Hi, I'm Chef Keith Snow. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make fresh pasta. It's actually easier than you think, but I'm going to put a caveat out there. All of my fans in Italy, the method I'm going to show here isn't the way your grandmother makes it. This is sort of a home version, so no nasty emails, all right? That's an agreement. Okay, let's get started with our bowls here. The first step is to put our eggs, and these are not junky eggs. Now when you're making fresh pasta, there's only a few ingredients, as you can see here, so use the best eggs you can find. These come from a local farm, and the person who gave them to me promised they're going to be nice and deep orange inside, so we'll see when we crack them, but use good eggs. So instead of hitting them on the side of the bowl like I was just about to do, you want to push them on here. You'll get a little dimple, and they do look beautiful. So 4 eggs for this. Now I put just a little teeny bit of salt in here. This is about a 1/4 teaspoon right in there. And I also take some good quality extra virgin olive oil, and I'll put about a tablespoon. So now I take a little whisk, and again, if you were making this in Italy, if you were an Italian grandmother, you would have all of your flour on your board. You would make what's called a well in the middle. You'd move the flour out, you'd crack your eggs, make it in there, and then bring it all together. But if I did that, I'd have a whole kitchen to clean up, and we've got videos to shoot, so we can't do that. We'll do it just like this. And you don't need to go crazy whisking these. Just bring them together slightly like that. We'll get rid of our whisk here. And then this is our flour, and this is 1 3/4 cups of AP flour. We do have a little bit of whole wheat flour. You'll see other recipes that call for semolina flour. That has more gluten in it, so it makes pasta a little firmer. And usually good Italian pastas will have a mix of semolina flour in them. We're not going to use it today. It's a little difficult to find. So for this, we don't want to dump all of the flour in at one time because it'll bind up and it won't be properly mixed. So just use a little wooden spoon, and these are beautiful eggs. They're nice and rich in color. And what you're looking to do is just bring this together in a dough. You also could use a food processor for this. And once we have a dough, we'll turn it out on our board and just give it a little kneading. And I'm actually going to stop and show how awesome these eggs are, because that is probably the most important thing in making good pasta, are high quality eggs. And look at those yolks, how rich they are. If you bought them from the supermarket, they would never be that color. These come from a farm, like I said, so the chickens are eating good things. So this dough is starting to come together. I'm now going to add some of my whole wheat flour. And depending upon the day, if it's a humid day, if it's not so humid, depending upon what part of the country you're in, you may need all the flour, you may not. You just have to play it by ear. It's one of those recipes that you'll have to work with a bit. And this whole wheat flour is good because it's going to up the protein level, and it will also add some fiber to the dish. And it has more of the husk, so actually mimic the texture that semolina would bring. So now I'm going to turn it out, and I'll get every last bit, and this is where you get a little dirty. Set that aside. Take some of your bench flour, and you want to gently knead this until it's smooth. You can see it definitely needs more flour. So you get your hands in it and just turn it, knead it. This is actually very fun to do, and I would encourage everybody to at least try making fresh pasta once. And what's good about making fresh pasta is you certainly can freeze this, so make some fresh pasta. Set that aside and just continue kneading this gorgeous lump of pasta. And we are going to make a nice fresh pasta recipe later with this. Got a little more bench flour here. And the one thing I don't want to do is knead it too long, because then too many glutens will be developed and it might get a little tough. And when you knead, I'm trying to push against the board, and that friction really helps to make it come together. And you don't need a pasta machine, you know, after this dough is done, because I'm going to show you that you can use just a knife and make it. So at this point, we'll take this, clean our hands a little bit, and just take a little piece of plastic wrap, cover this up. You could leave it out on the counter, or you could refrigerate it for at least 30 minutes to rest, and then we can make fresh pasta with it. But that's the general recipe. Once you have this, you can cut it into any shape. You can use a pasta machine and you'll be good to go. So try this today.
The Harvest Eating community celebrates the benefits of a healthy eating lifestyle through seasonal, organic, and local foods. To view more of Chef Snow's recipe videos and to experience the Harvest Eating lifestyle, visit harvesteating.com. Harvest Eating, 4 seasons, 1 lifestyle.